So we talked a little bit the other day about goal setting, and I think this is probably, I hope you guys take it serious, because I think this is probably the most important thing you can do. And it's something that took me years and years and years and years, and honestly even just recently it finally seems like it clicks to me. And I wish when I was in your situation, understand the whole reason I'm doing this is because when I was in your guys' shoes, when I was your age, I really wished I had somebody that knew what they were talking about, that was willing to teach me and show me things that would allow me to enhance myself. And I wasn't in, to be honest, I don't think I was always in that situation. I mean, you guys know that you got to really find somebody that believes in you and wants to show you stuff so that then you can go out and kind of figure out who you are, right? Because I could go up, and this is going to be something I'm going to talk about, but I could go up and say, you know, Burke, I think you'd be great on our team as a three-point shooter. Well, if Burke doesn't want to be a three-point shooter, how much do you think I'm going to motivate him to be one regardless? As much as I can, but how much do you think I'm going to motivate him? Not much. Why? He doesn't want it. He doesn't care about it. Motivation kind of in some ways is like poorly looked at in the sense of, I'm going to get Mo to do what I want. No. I'm going to motivate Mo to utilize himself the best he can to then come back and assist me, right? And when you really think about it, and this is something you'll learn hopefully sooner rather than later, because like I said, I wish when I was your age I knew this, but you got to go after something that you are really, really passionate about, right? Like, if I say, you know, Riley, I was talking to you the other day about, 15, 17 feet in your game and this and that, and if you're like, I don't want to be that, you think you're going to go home and practice it? No, I can be like, oh, this and this and this. If you really don't have a passion for something, you're not going to do it, period, right? I mean, you guys know that. You guys are smart enough. I mean, if you don't like math, you're going to do it, but you're going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to be math team and I'm going to get A's. No, why? You really don't care that much about it, right? And nobody can create that passion. I can take your passion and I can drive you to maximize that, but I can't create the passion. How many times do you see kids that get pushed in sports and then 6 years later, 10 years later, all of a sudden they're like, I didn't really want to do it, and you see them fizzle out as they get older, right? And they stop playing. How many times do you see that?
Wasn't there like that, number one girl?
Yeah, there have been all kinds of people.
And she got burned out, and she plays volleyball now.
Yeah, there are all kinds of people. I stopped playing because I got burned out. It's my own fault. Nobody was pushing me other than myself. But, there's a balance about finding where you need to be. So I look at it and I say it like this. When you're trying to choose goals, okay, I look at you and remember, you're here because I'm trying to develop you as a basketball player. And I was talking to Sean the other day, said, okay, here's Sean, here's what I think, here's how I see you fitting in, this and that. If Sean doesn't see himself fitting in that way, how much do you think he's going to listen to what I said and take himself and mold himself into what I said? Not going to care, right? Plain and simple. I hate to say it, I can't motivate him to do it if he doesn't want to do it. Now, if he wants to be something, and I can find what's driving him to be whatever that is, that's motivation. Okay? So when you talk about goals, first thing you want to think about is you actually have to have a vision for yourself. Like, you got to see where you want to go. And you guys are young and you'll keep doing this for years and years and years and years, over and over and over again. But in the game of basketball, not everybody here is going to go to the NBA. Right? Is it a fact? No. Odds? Pretty good. But that doesn't mean you can't learn something and take something away from the game. Right? And I'm a big believer in that, because you're here because you want to become a better basketball player. For some reason, basketball is fun to you. So part of it is you figuring out where you want to be. Who do you want to be as a basketball player? And where do other people see you? Where do I see you? Because we got to find that happy medium, right? I mean, if somebody that can't handle the basketball wants to be a point guard, is that great? Well, I mean, if they go home and work 6 hours a day on ball handling, you think they're going to be able to handle the basketball? Yeah. Okay? So goes back to being who you are and finding out who you are and letting the coach mesh that back into the system. Right? Not everybody's going to be CEO of a business. People got to be workers. Without the workers, there's no CEO. Without the CEO, there's no workers. Right? So trying to get you guys to understand when we go to games too, your goals in games are to do what you want to do to make yourself better. Right? In the sense that Burke's here to work on this. Right? So he's going to be in games working on that. And Ethan's going to be here working on something else. So we got to blend them together. We're different than a normal team in that sense. Because I'm trying to develop you guys. So that once again, when you go back to your school teams, you're better. Right? You guys got that? And you have a lot of time in the off season, and people, this tends to slip people's minds. And back when I was in high school, when I was a junior, I was talking to a prep coach. They had a really, really good point guard at their school. He was top 20 in the country, I think. He's really, really good. Ended up going to Michigan. And the coach said, and my dad was talking to him at one point, and coach said, you know, I can't tell you how much he'll play or not. Right now, I'd say, you know, I think he's probably going to back up. Who knows how much? We got this really good kid here. But a lot can happen in 9 months. And if you think about it, 9 months is a long time. A long time. Right? If you talk 270 days, if for 270 days you went out and worked on something that you're not good at, right? Or something that drives you, or something that's going to be that intangible factor that makes you that much better, how much better do you think you can get if you go out 270 times? A lot.